Okay, so to begin the 3 lines relaxing meditation, begin by positioning the body in a posture that's conducive to the practice of meditation. And if you're doing this seated, generally speaking, the pelvis should be in a position where it sits at an angle slightly above the knees, either on a cushion or a chair with the buttocks and the sits bones on the edge of the seat. If you're on a cushion on the floor, arrange your legs in a way so that the knees and shins can be comfortably placed on the floor, forming a tripod with the sits bones on the cushion. If you're seated in a chair, sit at the edge of the chair, sits bones and the buttocks near the end of the chair, the knees positioned shoulder width apart. If you're seated in either the cushion or the chair, then roll the pelvis slightly forward so that the sits bones are somewhat directed out away from the body. Doing this allows the spine to naturally align. Tuck the chin slightly so that there is a natural plumb line alignment from the top of the head down the center of the body. Drop and relax the shoulders and place the hands palm down on the knees. Alternatively, you can do the meditation laying down, face up, again with the feet shoulder width apart, adjusting the spine and neck using a folded blanket under the back of the head, bringing the arms out to the side of the body at a 45-degree angle with the palms facing up, feeling as though 7 points are touching the earth: the heels, the sits bones, the blades of the shoulders, occipital bones, all 7 points, both of them. Then take a moment to center your body by taking 3 deep breaths. On each breath, sink your mindful awareness into the body, identifying any areas where there is undue tension, and relax them on your exhalation. Now, once we've completed our 3 deep breaths and centered, we're going to identify any stress, tension, anxiety, irritation, or discomfort, anything that you don't want in your body. And we're going to mentally direct these sensations out of the body using our meditative mindful awareness. We will use the mind to envision this energy being drained out of the body in the form of pathways of light. To begin this, we begin doing this from the top of the head, so direct any of these negative feelings, stress, tension, anything like that, any discomfort, up to the top of the head. Imagine that it is exiting the top of the head in the form of light, and that this light forms a pathway down the back of the head to the nape of the neck, and then from the nape of the neck down the back of the neck following the pathway of the spine. On your inhalation, identify any areas where there may be tension or blockage along the light pathway. On your exhalation, just allow the pathway to be freed up and the light to flow further down through this light trajectory. Continue to move the light down the back along the pathway of the spine to the lower back, and then at the lower back and the buttocks area, allow the light to divide into two pathways to move down the backs of the legs. Again, directing all of the unwanted energy, tension, anxiety, and stress down along these pathways. Now move the light down the backs of both of the legs, the two light pathways, descending further down the backs of the legs to the backs of the knees, identifying any blockages in the path of light, moving through them on your exhalation. And then allow the light to move down the backs of the calves to the Achilles tendon. All the while, all of the energy that you don't want in your body following and being pulled out with the light pathway. And then allow that to just exit out of the body into the earth through the heels. Now once again, take 1 or 2 deep breaths and center. And once you've done this, once again, we're going to guide all of the stress, tension, and anxiety that may remain. Once again, direct that out of the body using these pathways of light. And then once again, beginning at the top of the head. And in this instance, we draw a light out from the top of the head, going in 2 directions, to the right and to the left, out to the sides of the head, and these 2 light pathways on either side of the head. Then move down past the ears, all the tension, all the anxiety, stress, anything you don't want in your body being pulled out and moved out through these light pathways. Continue to move the light pathways down the sides of the neck to the shoulder areas on either side, right and left. The pathways then move across the shoulders to the tops of the left and right arm. Again, identifying any blockages on your inhalation and moving the energy and light through these blockages on your exhalation. Then continue to move the light pathways down the upper arms to the elbows. All of the tension, anxiety, stress, continuing to move along the light pathways, down and out, into the upper arms and elbows. Once again, continue to envision and move the light through the forearms, to the wrists, and then the hands, pushing through any blockages that you may determine are there on your exhalation. And then just allowing all of the stress, tension, anxiety, disturbances, anything negative that you don't want in your body, allow that to exit on these light pathways out of the palms of the hands and through the fingers. And once again, recenter in the body by taking 2 or 3 deep breaths. And now any remaining residual tension, stress, anxiety, discomfort, irritation, anything remaining we wish to just let go of. We're going to direct out of the body one more time by creating with our mindful awareness a pathway of light. Once again, beginning at the top of the head, the light moving from the top center of the head down the center line of the head towards the front of the body, and then down across the forehead to the bridge of the nose, from the bridge of the nose, the light pathway moves along the nose to the philtrum, to the upper lip, and then from the upper lip to the lower lip, and the chin. Again, following the light pathway, any of these afflictive emotions, disturbances, anxiety, exit the body along with the pathway of light. The light pathway continues across the chin, down to the front of the neck and the throat, to the upper part of the chest, and then down the center line of the chest, the sternum, the solar plexus. The light pathway continues to move down. As it moves down on your inhalation, again, notice if there's any obstruction in the light moving through on your exhalation. Direct your attention to gently move the light pathway forward through the path, through the obstruction. Move the light pathway down into the abdomen, to the navel, and from the navel down to the lower part of the abdomen to the waist area. And then at the waist area, imagine with your mindful awareness that the light then divides and moves outward towards each of the legs, forming two light pathways. And then at the hip bones, right and left, that light then descends into the tops of the legs. Again, moving any obstruction, tension, discomfort, disturbance, anxiety through the tops of the legs so that they can exit the body. Continuing to move the light pathway down to the tops of the knees and further down to the shins. With your mindful attentiveness, continuing to envision the light pathway further descending the lower legs, the shins to the ankle area. All of the tension, discomfort, negative emotions, feelings, all descending along with the pathway to be pulled out of the body. The light pathway goes from the ankle to the tops of the feet, to the toes, and then just feeling all of that tension, stress, anxiety, discomfort, sense of ill ease, anything remaining that bothers you, just let that go down the light pathway and exit the body through the toes and the feet. And once again, take a moment just to relax now and center yourself, taking 3 deep breaths. And then you can bring yourself back and conclude the 3-line relaxing meditation.